Max Explained. If you are here for the first time, please consider subscribing to this channel. In this video, we'll be talking about Talanta Stadium. Now that Afcon 2025 is kicking off today, 21st December in Morocco, with the first match being between the host Morocco and Comoros. We also have Tanzania and Uganda playing in this tournament on 27th December. In this video, we'll be talking about Talanta Stadium and the Afcon 2027, which will be co-hosted by Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda. And also, we'll look at where the stadium, where this Talanta Stadium is. We'll also look at the role of military, what it's playing in the construction of this dam, the positive and negative effects or impacts of using military in such type of a project. For the first time in its history, East Africa is on course to host African Cup of Nations Afcon in 2027. Afcon is the continent premier football championship. In 2027, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania will jointly stage the event. Amid preparation, one venue stands out in Kenya's capital, the Talanta Sports Stadium, which is a transformative facility under construction in Nairobi. It is not just a stadium, it is Kenya's bid to bridge decades of gap in world-class sports infrastructure and claim its place on the regional and continental stage. Where does Talanta stand today? Construction of Talanta Stadium began in March 2024 after the launch officiated by the President of Kenya, William Ruto. The project, being built at Jamhuri grounds along Gong Road, is designed as a 60,000-seat stadium meeting FIFA and African football standards, with a focus on football and rugby other than a traditional multi-purpose track format. As of late 2025, the project has shown some significant progress. Reports indicate that the project is now almost approaching 80% completion. Major external works are expected to be finished by the end of December 2025, paving way for internal fit-outs and commissioning ahead of Afcon 2027. Earlier reporting indicated that the project was at 50% in March 2025, and this demonstrated measurable progress against the ambitious timeline. The stadium design includes a dedicated football field without internal athletics track, meaning spectators are closer to the pitch, and auxiliary fields for training and other sports. It also features modern broadcast infrastructure, parking facility, and multiple changing rooms aligned with international requirements. The contractor for the stadium is China Road and Bridge Corporation, CRBC, a firm with experience in large infrastructure projects, including major roads and other civil works across Kenya. Now let's look at the big question in the room, which is the military role, the speed, structure, or is it scrutiny? What distinguishes Talanta and other major infrastructure projects in 2025 in Kenya is the active involvement of Kenya Defence Forces KDF in the oversight and delivery. Across stadia preparation for Afcon, the Ministry of Defence has taken a supervisory role, with senior officers inspecting the site and working alongside sports and infrastructure ministries. From a project delivery perspective, this approach has both practical and political implications. On a positive side, we have discipline in execution, where military supervision often brings regimented planning and tighter on-site coordination, aiming to keep the project on schedule. Then there is security and logistics. KDF's involvement can strengthen perimeter management, logistics handling, and also workplace safety on large sites. Potential concerns, which are the negatives. There is also the civil military boundaries, which can blur when the military takes on roles traditionally managed by civilian engineers and contractors. Then there is transparency and accountability, which has come under scrutiny, as the presence of uniformed forces, while useful for order, does not automatically guarantee clarity around cost controls, contractual responsibility, or public oversight. This trend is not unique to Talanta. Kenya's government has increasingly deployed Kenya Defence Forces personnel on large national projects, including stadiums and other public works. Public commentary reflects mixed views on this practice, with some seeing it as necessary for timely delivery and others questioning whether it masks broader institutional capacity issues. Importantly, while Kenya Defence Forces is overseeing and coordinating the actual construction work, the heavy lifting remains with CRBC and large workforce of local and international workers, emphasizing a civil military partnership model rather than military execution or self-execution. What are the challenges ahead as far as Talanta Stadium construction is concerned? Despite progress and political commitment, the Talanta project faces well-documented challenges. One, there is timeline pressure. Initial government projects or statements projected a December 2025 completion to allow testing and readiness for Afcon 2027. Later updates have suggested completion in early 2026, saying that this may be possible. This reflects the real-world challenge of adjusting project delivery milestone amid evolving construction reality. Then another challenge is on cost and scope. The stadium estimated cost reported at around 44.7 billion Kenya shillings puts it among the Kenya's most expensive standalone sports investment in decades, ensuring value for money, sustained maintenance plans, post-constructions, as well as integration into broader urban infrastructure will be critical scrutiny point for this stadium. Then there is coordination across ministries. Sporting infrastructure is not built in isolation. Lasting success requires integration with transport, hospitality, security, and city planning. Government updates reflects a multi-ministerial approach, but such coordination can slow decision making without strong leadership and clear governance structure. Why does Talanta matter? And looking at beyond football, Talanta is more than a venue. It is symbolic of Kenya's aspiration. It ends the 8-year gap in building a dedicated modern stadium since the construction of Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani, and Nyayo Stadium. It also serves as a key venue for Afcon 2027, including matches that could include opening and closing ceremony, marking a milestone for regional sports hosting. It also supports Kenya's ambitions to cultivate sports economy, from a professional leagues to international tourism and cultural events, aligning with broader goals to make the country a destination of choice for major continental events. As part of tri-national hosting arrangement with Uganda and Tanzania, Talanta will work alongside refurbished national venues such as Kasarani, Nyayo Stadium to deliver cohesive tournament experience across East Africa. Now let's talk about Afcon 2027 and beyond and what to expect. When Afcon 2027 kicks off, the first time East Africa has hosted tournament since inception in 1957, expectation will be high. Talanta is slated not just as a venue but also as a centerpiece, capable of handling high-profile matches, opening and closing ceremonies, fan zones and hospitality services, as well as media events. Its completion will symbolize a dramatic upgrade from previous years when Kenya teams often lacked fully FIFA certified home ground, forcing qualifiers and major matches to be played abroad. Now, with hosting of FIFA or Afcon 2027, which will be the last tournament to be held within a period of 4 years, now this uplifts Kenya and East Africa. In conclusion, we can say that this is a test of delivery, not just a design. Talanta Stadium embodies Kenya's intent to modernize sports infrastructure and secure a lasting legacy from Afcon 2027. From its ambitious capacity and design to the involvement of international contractors and national defense oversight, it represents a convergence of ambition, national pride, and practical project delivery challenges. Yet, success will ultimately be measured not by ribbon cutting alone, but by whether the facility, one, meets international standards on time, sustains operations and community use after the tournament, yields economic and social value to Nairobi and Kenya at large. As the project moves towards its completion window, stakeholders will be watching closely, not just for the cheers in 2027, but for the lesson Kenya learns in executing one of the largest sporting infrastructure project in decades. So thank you for reaching this far. If this is your first time here, please consider subscribing to this channel. You can watch other videos that we have made on this stadium, where we learn how the project was funded and also how the project has moved from inception up to now. So you can also leave a comment, like and share. Thank you.